Okay, lots going on this month. I kind of want to give you guys an update. The month coming, I should say, really. You know, I just finished a 3 video series on how to illustrate with Procreate. The subject was Mia Wilson. We did an interview. So I want to kind of discuss that concept of the interview and the Procreate illustration of Mia. So in the 3-part series, you know, it talks about, you know, laying out the piece, and I had started the piece. We're going to do a whole session on just gridding out artwork on a large scale canvas or even on your Procreate program. So that was sort of an interesting thing to be working on. I really enjoyed that. So I want to kind of go through that, and it talks about technique, the different brushes that I use, color concepts, how to add the color on gently. I use a pastel brush, which is basically like me using my pastels. So that's basically my main medium, but you know, it's really a cool thing to watch the process of it. So you could, you know, sometimes you can't really tell on some of my illustrations the difference between a pastel and a digital pastel. So that's a really cool thing to watch. Also this coming week, and those are all on YouTube right now. So check out the YouTube. It's getting super busy. At the end of the week, I'm going to post the full video of my interview with Mia. And we had a lot of fun. She's a young girl that was visiting from Paris. She was here for about a couple of months, and then she's going back. She's already back right now, back in Paris, getting ready, and she's going to college in London. So she's a young girl who's going to be going into fashion college for merchandising and stuff. So that's really a great, you know, the youth of it, and actually just doing an illustration of her was really fun, and just talking to her was really fun. I remember being in that place. Also coming this week, we did our interview with Joel P.E. King. For those people who have seen that piece, or that piece will be put into a show, and it was really great interviewing Joel. He's a very dynamic actor. The reason he inspired me to even do the piece was because I saw him at a Muse night. He's very dynamic actor, powerful personality, very humble. So he came here and we did an interview with him here. That was awesome. We really enjoyed that process. So, you know, I learned a lot about him. Not only is he an actor, but he's also a writer and a director. He he wrote and is directing a new show called Hip Opera here in St. Louis, but it's also going to be touring around a little bit. So I'm really very supportive of that process. He's also going down to Atlanta to be working down there at an event, and we're going to follow him and support him in that direction. He's really great. You should really check out his Instagram and Facebook as well. Just a really dynamic guy. I mean, I was very honored to do the piece of artwork of him, and he's so humble and lovely. I love the interview. The interview was great. So the full interview of that will probably be posted the following week, not this week, but the end of next week. So that is awesome. But the video of the making of that piece will be happening also. Also, what's really coming this week is, not this week, this coming month, is I'm honored that I was accepted into do the open studio with the Contemporary Museum of St. Louis, the St. Louis Contemporary Museum. They are an amazing museum, currently hosting Basquiat. So, I mean, I was just honored that they even accepted my work and considered me to be somebody that should be in their open studio session. So they do an open studio thing on the 6th and the 7th of October. My day is the 6th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., which, you know, if you're in the area, stop down. I'd love to meet with you, answer any questions that you have about what I do. If you go on to their website, the Contemporary Museum of St. Louis, or CAM, I call it. They have a website, which is awesome, and they have a map on there and how to get to all the studios that are in the region that I'm going to be in. So that's really such an honor to do that, and just to even be allowed or accepted into that group of people, because when you see who's in it, you'll be like, wow. So also on the 6th is my cousin Alana's birthday. Happy birthday, Alana, to come up. So I won't be able to see you on the 6th. I'll be a little busy, but I'll be thinking about you, and I might post something for you. So I hope you have a wonderful day. October 1st, 3 of my pieces will be going to the St. Louis History Museum to celebrate their Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. So at the end of the month, at the end of October is their Day of the Dead. It's actually 2 days it's actually celebrated as 2 days. I'm not sure if they do that here, but in Mexico it's 2 days. One is the Day of the Dead for adults, and one is the Day of the Dead for children that passed away. So it's a nice celebration. It's not what you think it is, not some crazy, creepy thing. It's actually very honored thing to do for the members of your family or loved ones that have passed away. It's a very honorable thing. They do parades, and they do all kinds of things. When I was down there, I had a horse, and I painted on the horse and decorated him to celebrate the Day of the Dead. So I painted like a face on him as well. He's a white horse. It made it easy. So it was very fun to do. And so for me, even being accepted by the St. Louis Museum History Museum was really awesome. So that's, my pieces go there October 1st. October 25th, there is an invitational for the members only of the museum. So, I'm a member of the St. Louis Art Museum in Forest Park, and I am going to become a member of the St. Louis History Museum, probably while I'm there, to be honest. They were doing this competition, and because my pieces are sort of in that vein, they accepted them, and also I'm amongst amazing company there. So they will be there to see from October 1st, then October 25th is the opening reception, then October 27th through the 28th, they will be there on display in competition with the other pieces, and I will probably be there both days in that range. Those days I think they're open until 5 o'clock also. From 10 to 5 is when the artists will be there. I'm not sure if I'll be there both days. I'll let you know which days I'll be there, but that's a really great honor as well. So I'm really enjoying that process in St. Louis, is just getting in with the standards where I'm looking to be at. I'm also going to be doing some installations. That's the next coming medium for me, is just doing artistic environments and creating an artistic environment for, definitely museums and galleries, but also I'd like to do commercial applications of installations. That's really one of the things that I personally love to do the most. So I'm really kind of like hitting my stride here, doing a lot. In November, I'll probably be crashing. You'd think I would be crashing after November, but actually I'm going to New York, and I'll be doing some business in New York and connecting with some galleries there too. So really excited. It's been really great to get back to the United States. I was out of the States for a few years, so coming back has been great, and just finding where I belong here has been amazing. I'm in the process of working on changing my website over, so that's amazing too. I'm working with Karen Libby. She's awesome, and just changing the look of it. I wasn't pleased with the changeover that I made in the last year, so that's changing back to something that I'm looking for, a more conservative look, basically. But also to talk about how I interview my subjects and then I create the work, and that's it's a kind of a multimedia approach to art, so that you guys can understand the whole process of art and how it's not just drawing a piece of artwork or drawing a canvas. It's about picking your subjects. It's about talking to your subjects and finding out what they're really all about, so that you can portray that out in the piece of artwork. So demystifying the artistic approach, so to speak. So I'm really excited. We're really doing a lot, and thank you so much for following and watching and doing all the stuff that you guys do to support me. I am on Facebook at Kelly Bandalos Studios. I'm on Instagram at Kelly Bandalos Studios, and of course, I'm on YouTube at Kelly Bandalos Studios. So if you are on any of those mediums, check it out. Follow me. Like and subscribe is a big thing. If you have any suggestions of things that you would like me to work on artistically, I would love to sort of answer questions or just do some direct artwork towards things to explain more. I do a lot of conversations about how I do the work, the process of pastels, the process of Procreate, the process of oil painting. So these are things that I'm going to be working on my YouTube channel. Is more instructional videos, but also there's a lot of them if you go on there that are just strictly the artwork and just me doing the artwork and kind of seeing it from beginning to end. And as I said, it kind of demystifies the process of it, so you don't think it's this big, mystifying thing. It isn't. It's. I'm a very pragmatic artist, and I like to go from A to B and C and D and get it finished exactly right. And I just like to invite you into the process of it. So thanks so much. Hope to see you soon. Like and subscribe.